Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to one more session of English class. And once again, this is Preeti Gupta, your English teacher from English faculty at Mount Literacy School, Jhansi. Today, we will study about parts of a predicate, which is the first chapter of our English grammar book, that is, Enjoying Grammar. So, before proceeding with the chapter, let us recall subject and predicate about which we have already studied in our previous classes. Every complete sentence has two parts, that is, the subject and a predicate. Now, what is a subject? The subject is the who or what the sentence is about. The predicate tells what the subject does. Have a look at this example. Here it is written, Samantha eats ice cream for dessert. Now here, Samantha is the subject, eats ice cream for dessert is the predicate of the sentence.
Now, let us read these sentences from a textbook. The baby is sleeping. All of us love music. They are dancers. He bought the shirt yesterday. So, the words in color are predicates. Now, every predicate has at least one verb.
Now, have a look at this example. Here it is written, I built a sand castle at the beach. Here, I is the subject, build a sand castle at the beach is the predicate starting with a verb. Next example, Mike and George played in the mud. Here, played in the mud is the predicate of the sentence starting with the verb played.
Now, let us study about the second point. The predicate may contain an object. An object is a person or a thing that is affected or influenced by the action of the verb in a sentence. It is generally a noun or a pronoun and it comes after the verb. A predicate may contain two objects, direct and indirect.
So, there are two types of object, direct object and indirect object. Now, what is a direct object? A direct object is a noun, noun phrase or pronoun that receives the action of a verb directly. Now the question is, how do we get direct object? A direct object answers the question asked to verb what, who, whom. Let us understand with example. Here you can see it is written, Ricky threw pebbles in the pond. Now what is the subject? Ricky. Verb threw. When we ask to the verb threw what? The answer is pebbles. So it is a direct object. Now have a look at this example. I received the parcel. Now if we question to the verb received, what we received? The answer that we will get is the parcel. So here parcel is direct object. Now what is an indirect object? An indirect object is the noun, noun phrase or pronoun to whom or for whom the action is done. And how do we get indirect object? We get indirect object by answering the question asked to the direct object at whom, to whom, for whom or from whom. Let us understand with example. Here it is written, Mary made her son a birthday cake. Now here Mary is the subject, made is the verb. Now when we question to made what? The answer we got is cake. So cake is direct object. Now we will question to direct object for whom she has made the cake. So the answer that we will get is her son. So here her son is indirect object. Now
Let us understand with one more example. Here it is written, Emily handed the teacher the homework. Now here in this sentence, Emily is the subject, handed is the verb. Now we will question to verb, handed what? The answer that we will get is homework. So homework is a direct object. Now when we question to homework, to whom she has given, now the answer that we will get is the teacher. So here the teacher is indirect object. Here also you can see Rama gave me the notes. Now Rama is the subject, gave. Gave what? What did Rama give? So the answer that we are getting is notes. That's why notes is direct object. Now when we will question to direct object, to whom has he given? It is the answer me. So me is indirect object in this sentence. Now let us study about the next point. The predicate may contain a complement. A complement is usually a noun or an adjective. It comes after verbs such as is, am, are, was, were, has, have, seem, appear, become, look, and so on. It expresses the quality, state, or the identity of the subject or the object. Now there are two types of complement, subject complement and the other one is object complement. Let us understand. What is a subject complement? A subject complement is a word or word group in the predicate that identifies or describes the subject. Here you can see it is written, Renu is a student. So what is Renu? Renu is the subject. Student. The word student is the additional information about the subject. What is Renu? Yeah, who is Renu? Renu is the student. So student is a subject complement. Let us understand with one more example. Rohan became an architect. Now what is Rohan? Rohan is the subject. The word architect, additional information about the word Rohan. So architect is a subject complement. Now let us understand what is an object complement. An object complement is a word or group of words that gives additional information about the object. Have a look at this example. Here it is written, she painted her eyelids deep blue. Subject, she. Painted, verb. What she painted? Her eyelids. So eyelids are the object. Now, deep blue. The word is giving additional information about the object, that is eyelids. So deep blue is object complement. Now the next point is the predicate may also contain an adverb. Adverbs or adverb phrases generally appear at the end of a sentence after the verb, object or complement. In the table below, you can see some adverb, that is well, politely, yesterday. In my next video, we will be discussing few exercises of this chapter. So till time, keep on learning, keep on studying, keep on revising, stay home and stay safe.